It amazes me how wrong Facebook can get it, no matter what it is, every possible time they try to do something. A great example is a story that came out this week in The Guardian that exposed Facebook for teaming up with Tucker Carlson's Daily Caller website so that the Daily Caller can now act as a fact checker for Facebook so that they can determine if they need to pull stories off their site, if they need to put a warning on this story, if they need to say this story is a lie. Yeah, let's give that job to the Daily Caller. But that is exactly what Facebook is doing. They have a new partnership with a group called CheckYourFact.com, which is actually owned and operated by the Daily Caller. But don't worry, because the Daily Caller swears it's totally a nonpartisan group. But it's not. It's the Daily Caller, of which Tucker Carlson of Fox News owns a majority of that company. So, by extension, Facebook looked at the problem of fake news on their site, looked at all the propaganda and misinformation flowing for the last few years, and they said, you know who could help us fix this? Tucker Yum Carlson. Yum. That's what they went with. They thought, I know the Daily Caller has been pushing conspiracy theories and lies and fraudulent stories for years, but man, wouldn't it be cool if we hired them as our fact checkers? And then they actually did it. Snopes.com had been one of the fact checkers working with Facebook, because they do have several. But they recently left because they said the thing is so disorganized and dysfunctional, and Facebook shows no interest in listening to us, so we're not even going to partake in this and waste our time. And Snopes is one of the most credible fact checkers that's been around for a lot longer, actually, than most of the websites they're now having to fact check. It's even worse, though. According to an investigation by Wired that actually came out earlier this week, a vice president at Facebook had argued in a meeting one time that sites like the Daily Caller and Breitbart should be given just as much attention, exposure, and I guess credentials as actual mainstream media outlets, as your CNNs, your MSNBCs, your NBCs, your CBSs, your ABCs. And yes, I know corporate media does suck. I'm not defending them, but they don't just routinely go out there and lie. Corporate media sucks because they don't tell the stories they should be telling you. But that doesn't mean they're lying. It's more of a lie of omission. You're not going to find out about the products that are out there killing consumers on corporate media. You're not going to find out about the latest pharmaceutical drug that's been jacked up to 800,000% in price, but it also, gives you cancer. They're not going to talk about that. That's why I have a problem with the corporate media. But are they flat out liars when they talk about Democrats or Republicans? Sometimes. Sometimes they get it wrong. But for the most part, they don't. But this guy, this VP at Facebook, according to the Wired investigation, says, let's treat Breitbart and Daily Caller the same as these other outlets. There is no facts on either of these sites. There are no facts on them. Daily Caller is the one who pushed the conspiracy theory that, we found naked photos of AOC. This is bad. This is very bad. And Facebook is incredibly stupid and naive for trying to team up with the Daily Caller to be one of their new fact checkers. And I can promise you, like just about everything with Facebook, this isn't going to end well for anyone. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.